Hi there, I'm Jill Webb from Jill Webb Training. I offer a variety of courses including first aid qualifications. One really common concern that I get is what shall I do if someone's choking? It's really frightening, and it is indeed. So I'm going to take you through that today. So I'm ably assisted by my son. I'm afraid due to COVID regulations I couldn't get a more glamorous model. Thank you. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I told you not to overplay it, Si. Thank you. The first thing that I'm going to do is check whether my casualty is choking and if it's a mild choking or a really severe one. If the casualty can do a gentle cough, very good, and maybe answer a question, are you okay? Yeah, then I'm all right. It's a mild choking episode, can usually be cleared with a good cough and then maybe a sip of water. Don't forget though, if later in the day that person's still saying, oh, I don't feel right, I feel like that bit of apple's still stuck in my throat, get them checked out. More frightening and thankfully more unusual is a really severe choking episode. And we're going to think back here to the vital signs. What you're going to find is someone can't breathe, so they're probably clasping their neck, they're probably going quite bright in the face, their veins may become very prominent. I'm going to remember this is a conscious casualty, and I always seek permission to help a conscious casualty if they're an adult. I don't want to get done for assault for wandering around restaurants slapping people. You look like you're choking. Do you want a bit of help?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is turn the casualty sideways on, and I'm going to give 5 back slaps. You'll notice I'm putting my hand here because actually I'm going to feel mighty silly if I manage to get rid of the obstruction but hurt my casualty because he falls flat on his face. So I'm going to take my hand and I'm looking for the heel of my palm to be slapping between the shoulder blades. Tempting though it is with your adult son, I will do it quite gently for demonstration purposes, but it really would be quite hard. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and between each slap I'm looking to see if the obstructions come out. If that hasn't worked, I'm going to stand the casualty up and I'm going to look at doing an abdominal thrust. I'll show you this in a bit more detail in a moment. I'm just going to show it you on the casualty. So I'm going to take my fist, I'm going to cover it with my hand, and I am going to gently do a thrust for practice purposes. In reality, that will be quite strong. Thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is show you a bit more about that abdominal thrust. Take your hand that you write with. The astute amongst you will notice that mother is right-handed and son is left-handed. Cover that with your hand. Right, we're now heading for a point on our body about halfway between our tummy button and the bottom of our ribs, your solar plexus. That's it. Really gently push in. Don't do it hard because you'll hurt yourself. But if you're in the right place, you'll have just gently winded yourself. That's where we're heading to on our casualty, and we're going to do a backwards tick. Backwards tick. Backwards tick 5 times. That's it. Quite hard. If that doesn't work, we're going to do 5 back slaps, and we just keep doing it. 5 back slaps, 5 thrusts or backward ticks until one of 2 things happen. What we hope happens is that bit of apple or that sweetie comes out and our casualty's looking straight away a lot better. If the obstruction doesn't come out, my poor casualty is going to collapse. I have got a non-breathing casualty, so I'm going to need to administer CPR. There's another video to tell you all about that. Just finally, a couple of tips. If this casualty was an extremely large lady or gentleman, I might not actually be able to get my hands round them. But what I could do is use an assistant. We could hold a hand each like that, and you could come round the front and we could do the thrust like that if we imagine the casualty being between us. The other thing you can do is stand your casualty against a wall and do the thrust that way. I hope you found that useful. I really love talking about my work, so if you've got any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thank you.